What is going on, guys? It is JJ here, back with another Champions League reaction to the final game of today's Champions League final playoff qualifiers. Olympiacos, they pretty much had it handled in the first leg. They won 4-0 at Krasnodar in Russia. Well, rather, they won 4-0 at home against Krasnodar in Russia. And so they had to go to Krasnodar this time to essentially what is play defense. I mean, when you're up 4-0 like that and you're not Barcelona, it's not really that difficult to hold on to a successful home defense. So 4-0 was the end of the first game. Youssef El-Arabi had different plans in this game for Olympiacos, and he scored a brace on their way to a 6-1 aggregate win. I feel bad because Krasnodar did everything in their power to sort of get past Porto. They did what was probably one of the biggest upset, I feel like, of the last round of the Champions League qualifiers. It is sort of unfortunate for them to go out sort of in this manner, in such convincing fashion, realistically. I mean, Olympiacos were absolutely dominant in these contests against them. So I do feel bad for Krasnodar, but at the same time, this Olympiacos team actually looks really, really good heading into the Champions League stages. Now, obviously, there's going to be a huge, deal of who they end up getting in their, in their group itself. They can end up with anybody in Group A. So obviously, that includes the Champions League winners Liverpool. That includes Chelsea. Tottenham are now in that group as well. Tottenham are still in Group B, but then you get the champions of the 5 major leagues. So obviously Barcelona, Manchester City, along with Juve, PSG, and Bayern Munich. So there's a ton of different teams that could end up, playing it out for Olympiacos. But I feel like with the way that they've been playing, especially, with these last 2 rounds, they could definitely be a team that could make some sort of shock, or not even make a shock, definitely get a result, either at home or away at one of the big clubs, or in or around Europe. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how this Olympiacos squad does. I do feel bad for Krasnodar because obviously knocking out Porto might have, sort of peaked it for them. Obviously, Porto is such a big club when it comes into the Champions League. They always find a way into the, the round of 16 or even the quarterfinals. I mean, which is where they made it to last year, unfortunately falling to Liverpool. So the fact that Krasnodar took them out in the 3rd round of qualifying, I feel like that's still an achievement on its own. Obviously, Krasnodar, they're going to get their opportunities in Europe. They'll be in the Europa League with a couple other Russian teams as well. So they'll still get to play, some of their competitors from the Russian Premier League as well as some teams around Europe. So I'm hoping that we get to see a bit more of them in and around the European scene. I hope they do really well in the Europa League. Obviously, we're going to do a Europa League group stage video for them, but Olympiacos get a victory over Krasnodar away in Russia, 2-1, advancing into the Champions League group stages. I nearly lost my train of thought there, but we're going to do a group stage sort of reaction video. We might even do a preview of each group of the Champions League. If you guys would like to see that, let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. But thank you guys so much for watching, and peace.